Hi, I'm Bill Lynn of the Vice President of Heritage Arsenal, and this week on eBay we've got a special item from an American hero. Tom Splan was serving with the 377 Parachute Field Artillery, 101st Airborne Division during the Second World War. He was a replacement. He graduated from jump school on the 17th of October 1943 at Fort Benning, Georgia. Joined the 101st as a replacement in time for the jump at Eindhoven, Holland, which was part of Operation Market Garden. At Bastogne, he was serving as a forward observer with the 502nd Parachute Infantry Regiment in the desperate defense of that city against the German onslaught of the breakthrough in the Ardennes Forest. On New Year's Day, December 31st, 1944, he was severely wounded in action by German 88, and his partner in the same foxhole was mortally wounded. What we have is Tom Splan's cut-down four-pocket uniform. So he would have had this tailored in England, cropped out to resemble the Eisenhower jacket. He has a Type 3 101st Airborne Division patch on the left shoulder and a 1st Allied Airborne on the right shoulder. He's wearing the stripes and insignia of a sergeant. He has the 377 distinctive unit insignia on the collar as well as on the hat. His collar brass U.S. and crossed artillery cannons are missing. But the buyer can certainly rebuild that with vintage ones if they choose. He has a somewhat rare variation of the cap patch, and it is piped in red for artillery, which is absolutely correct. The Presidential Unit Citation of the 377th received not only for Normandy but for Bastogne is also present on this jacket. The Airborne Command Oval and a ribbon bar noting his Purple Heart, Good Conduct Medal, and then the European Service Medal, the Middle Eastern African Campaign Medal. But if you see the stars in the arrowhead are oversized, which means that they were made in Britain. This loose Purple Heart, we actually have 15 photographs of Tom Splan, copies of the Second World War photo album, and as well as some history that Tom wrote in 2000, specific to his Bastogne experience, as well as his award of the Purple Heart, which took place in the ward of a hospital where a GI stuck his head in the door and said, "Splan!" And he answered to the affirmative, and he threw this Purple Heart over 5 beds, and Tom Splan caught it, and that was his quote-unquote Purple Heart Award ceremony. We hope that the buyer will not only appreciate what we have here, but if you see on the back of these wings, and we'll show them in the eBay listing, it actually is engraved to my wife with the date of his jump school graduation, and Tom confirms in his history that these, in fact, are the wings he received at graduation at Fort Benning. A fabulous jacket, untouched, straight out of the woodwork, and it begins at 99 cents on Sunday night, and so we'd like you to take a look.